We learned the impact humans have on our rivers and recreation areas, as we tested and observed the water and riparian zones of Guadalupe River and the spring-fed waters of Honey Creek.
We did chemical testing at the Guadalupe River, and then we went to the spring-fed river at Honey Creek to see what chemical impact human population has on our waters.
During our field trip to Guadalupe River State Park, we visited Honey Creek. Less than 1,000 people visit Honey Creek per year. While at Honey Creek, we collected quantitative data, including pH, phosphates, nitrates, coliform, turbidity, and temperature. Collecting this quantitative data was very important when comparing Honey Creek to Guadalupe River.
Some results were the same, such as the pH levels, but most, such as the turbidity levels, were different. These quantitative results show that public waters has more human impact than that of private waters.
In both the Guadalupe River and Honey Creek, we use seines to capture, identify, and group the species of vertebrates and invertebrates. Group 1 were pollution sensitive, Group 2 somewhat sensitive, and Group 3 pollution tolerant. This important data helps determine the water quality of the locations. The presence of all three groups identified healthy aquatic habitats. All three groups of species were present in both locations, with Honey Creek having more Group 1 present due to less human impact.
The bird banding process first starts with the mist net. The rangers use this net to catch the different species of birds, taking great care of the birds in the process. The next part of the process is to band the birds and collect the data. Some of this data collected includes the birds' migrations, adaptations, behaviors, the bird ranges, and the longevity of the birds. Bird banding is important because the park needs to know where the birds migrate, where their nest is, and the quantity of how many types of species of birds there are. The last step is to release the birds.
When we released the birds, we got to feel and hold the different types of birds. There was about 25 captured birds that we released at Guadalupe River State Park. The different species of birds that we released were cardinals, pine siskins, goldfinch, Carolina chickadee, black-crested titmouse, and a housefinch. The priority of the whole process was the safety of the birds.
In Honey Creek, there were all kinds of flora near the riparian zone, which indicated less human impact, unlike Guadalupe River. While we hiked to Honey Creek, we could also see the water lines in the trees from the flood of May 2015. Many plants were encountered. We even found some cacti on a tree.
At the Honey Creek River, our group found an arrowhead. The arrowhead is important because it suggests that Native Americans possibly inhabited this location. It was interesting to our group and to especially me because it was my first time to see an arrowhead up close.
For our science fair project, we presented our findings from each field trip to educate others on the human impact between Guadalupe River and Honey Creek.